back to another episode of the Talk of the Ring Show. If you do not know who I am, then that means you are not subscribed. And if you are not subscribed, you're going to be missing so many great things, guys. So hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're following on Instagram. And guys, you're probably wondering, why are you in such a great mood when you're just getting over being sick? Yeah, you're right. I did just get over being sick. But we got some great news. And if y'all haven't heard it, then y'all missing out, like I said. But we got a new wrestling company coming out in 2023 called New Era Pro Wrestling, and they just announced that I will be, let me see if I can find it. I will be their new backstage correspondent, guys. So obviously we are super hyped. I'm super excited to get all these interviews. I'm excited to work with them. So that's what I'm saying, guys. There's lots of big stuff coming in 2024. So, make sure you're following, subscribing, new names, But let's give a warm welcome to today's guest and, top-notch Dyson Bennett. Hello.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Congrats on the new gig, by the way.
Of course. Thank you. So how are you today?
I'm doing good, It's the holidays, so I'm enjoying time with family.
Yeah.
And stuff. Flew in to see them from my seasonal residencies elsewhere. We'll probably get into that a little later, but yeah.
All right. So I always hop right into it with who or what got you into wrestling?
Okay. Well, I would say Gangrel is the first wrestler I'd ever seen. My brother, who's a couple years older than I am, was a huge wrestling fan. And he was watching SmackDown one day. I was around like 3 or 4, and I saw Gangrel on that TV, and I was like, who is that?
I met him once in person. He's pretty cool, but he's kind of scary.
Oh, yeah, he's a cool dude. He's cool. I've met him as well.
No, yeah. There's a couple people because I'm short. So him and like Wrecking Ball Legursky, whenever I have to stand next to him or be in the same arena as him, I'm like, kind of scare me because you're too tall, but it's cool. You're pretty cool. So,
for sure.
So my dad's in the chat, hyping me up because obviously
showing support. There you go.
Gangrel, Edge, and Christian, best entrances.
Oh yeah, that entrance is top notch for real.
Yeah, he's all right. No, I'm just kidding. So who trains you or trained you?
I trained with Justin Glory in Scranton, Pennsylvania, at a Backbreakers Training Center. So he was the one who broke me.
I did not realize you were that close. So when you said Scranton, I was like, oh, you're in my area.
Oh yeah, I mean that's where the family is. They're in that area. I travel abroad.
Okay, I see you. So how long would you say like you trained for before you actually got like a real match in front of a crowd?
I trained for about 1.5 years, actually. So I was well prepared to get out there.
Oh, so it's not bad. I mean, you got your time of practice, so you don't go out there and fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly.
It works. So we have Joe.
He helped me build a foundation.
Yeah, so it's not like you just go out there and like you break your back or something.
There you go.
So Joe says, backstage correspondent, congrats, Harley. Can't wait to support you. Thank you, guys. Oh my god. It definitely, guys. This is pure excitement out of me because I was sick all week. So seeing all the hype, I appreciate it so much, guys. But
yeah, you mentioned being sick. I'm sorry to hear that again. Hope you feel better. I'm glad you're getting over the.
Yeah, I got sick Christmas Eve, so I didn't get to like be full into like my Christmas gifts, and I was like, I got this, that's cool. And they were like, do you care? I'm like, kind of. I'll care more.
I feel you.
So if people don't know, are you a heel or are you a face?
Well, it depends on who you're asking. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, I'm always the good guy because I mean, come on. My intentions are always good, but maybe not everybody, sees that.
Yeah. I get it. So like it's kind of like a situation, you got to do what you got to do. And if they don't like it, oh well.
Exactly.
All right, I know exactly how I take that on here. I always tell whoever I have on, I'm like, yeah, you're definitely a healer, you're definitely a face. But that attitude, I love that attitude because you are like, I'm gonna do what I want, and if you don't like it, then there's the door. Too bad.
You hit the nail right on the head.
So that doesn't make you a heel, that doesn't make you a face, but they might consider it a heel, but it's okay. We
Hey,
support.
I
I
just say it
love
makes me me. I say it makes me
what
me.
makes you you. Exactly. I personally like the heels more, so I love it when my brother goes to wrestling shows and he'll be like, "Oh my god, they're cheating." I'm like, "No, it's them doing what they got to."
Mhm. There you go. I mean, got to get the win somehow. So uh-oh.
Oh, guys, I froze. All right, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I froze for a second.
I was
But
like,
it's
uh
okay.
oh, did we lose you?
For a second. I don't know what's been going on with the internet today on my laptop, but it's okay. We pushing through it.
It's all good.
So,
We're back on track.
what would you say is your favorite thing about wrestling as a whole?
Oh man, that's a hard question to answer. Honestly, there's so many, but I have to say just the feel of the crowd. You probably hear that a lot, but when you step through that curtain and whether the crowd loves you or hates you, that feeling is like none other. And so many other wrestlers describe it, but it's really hard to describe. Honestly, it's like a crazy adrenaline rush, super exhilarating. It's like I said, like no other.
All right. So now, like for you personally, what would you say is the hardest part?
The hardest part. That is a very interesting question as well. I definitely say the hardest part is finding yourself because a lot of people may get into this and not exactly know who they are. I was definitely one of them. Um, and finding yourself and who you are in this business is definitely one of the harder things. But once you either start to find that or finally 100% know who you are, I think things become a little bit not easier, but a little smoother for you.
No, absolutely. I think that's like how everyone gets started in the business too. Like you'll have no idea. You'll go in like with this one like impression and then it will completely change you like, wow, that's not how I was expecting it. But like, it's kind of like what you just said. Like it helps you and yeah,
Absolutely.
I get it. I get it. So if you could wrestle anyone indie level, who would you want to wrestle?
Ooh, good question. Good question. Um, honestly, I must say John Gresham. He's always been one of my dream indie opponents.
All right, all
Jonathan
right.
Gresham is he's top tier when it comes to like technical wrestling and just he's a specimen.
Okay. So now on the like bigger AEW, WWE, if you could face one person, it could be anyone, alive or dead. Who would you face?
Oh, you threw that second part in there, and that that makes my answer completely different.
Yo,
Can I do both? Can I do
yeah,
both alive and dead? Okay.
yeah.
Alive, we're gonna go on the WWE side. I'm gonna say Seth Rollins. He is that guy, and he's like
Obviously.
an absolute dream opponent. Um, on the dead side, unfortunately, you know, our most recent wrestling loss, which was Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
He's quite literally my favorite wrestler, and it was always my dream to wrestle him.
Yeah. See, I froze again. It's
Yeah, no,
okay.
you're good. You're good. You're good. But yeah, Seth and Bray for sure.
Most definitely. I only was laughing by the way you said you were like the dead. I was like, whoa, that got really dark.
Sorry.
No, this was but no, I think those would be great matches. I love Seth Rollins so much.
Yeah.
Him or Matt Riddle? Matt Riddle he's a man.
Yeah, Matt Riddle is cool. He's cool.
100%. Now, if I got to meet Matt Riddle, that's like, me personally, I think I'm more of an Indies fan. So when I get
Okay.
to meet indie stars, I'm like, oh my god, they're like my superheroes. So
Yeah.
if you meet me at a show, you'll see that side of me. But like, if I got to meet Matt Riddle, I'd probably like faint and be like, oh my god, he's like an extra superhero.
Oh yeah, Matt Riddle's cool. I'd love to wrestle Matt Riddle one day.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen your work. I don't know if I've been to a gazillion shows. So we probably were at the same show at some point, but
Probably,
I've seen your
probably.
work and I think you'd have a great match with anyone. So,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
so how do you feel about like hardcore death style wrestling?
um, it's hard to watch if I'm being completely honest, in a good way and a bad way. I get asked a lot, will I ever do a match like that? And I'm always kind of like half and half on it because like it looks absolutely like crazy to be a part of, but
Yeah.
the toll that your body will take from it is just even crazier. I won't say that I don't like it, but it's not my exact cup of tea.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's a wrestler out here. I don't know if I froze again.
No,
Probably.
no, you're good.
Okay. But there's a wrestler out here. Well, he's kind of in the Jersey area, the Pennsylvania area. And I bring him up so much now, but his name is Tarzan Duran. And I love him to pieces.
Okay.
But all he does is hardcore like every week. And I'm like, how are you not dead? Like your back
Yeah,
is
I've
covered
heard
in.
of Tarzan. I've heard of him.
Goodness gracious. I tell everyone it's a funny story. Like I love him to pieces. But one
Yeah.
day I was getting ready for school, minding my own business. 6 o'clock in the morning, I open Instagram and all I see is him like cutting someone's arm off. I was like, okay, you've gotta go now. I did not want
Oh
to
wow.
wake up and see that. You've gotta go. Like I love you, but
See, why would I want anybody doing that to me? You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I get it's for entertainment, but you can have it. I don't personally like
right.
watching. If it makes sense, maybe in a little bit, but once I see blood, I'm in the next room. There's no way.
Exactly. I was just
No.
about to say, I was about to ask, what do you think of it? But
I
you
mean,
kind of told me just now.
yeah, to a certain extent, but like the minute I see like over amounts of blood, I'll be fainting too. I'll be like, nope. I'll be feeling like I'm in that match. Be like, no way. You've got to
Have you
go.
ever like been to like a death match live or anything like that, or no?
Not not like a death match show, but like I've been to like shows, a million shows where it's like weapons and stuff. So like when they brought out like tables, tacks, and all that, I'm like, okay, this is cool. But then a wrestler, I
Yeah.
forgot who it was. I think his name was like Philadelphia Playboy, and he was bleeding because he got injured like with a stop sign or something in a match, and he was standing in front of me bleeding. I was like, yo, you are too close to be bleeding next to me.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I like you, but not enough to get your blood on me. So, I mean,
That is crazy. That is wild.
yeah, my father's right. He says you'll walk away. I would be like, nope, not today, not me.
Yeah.
So now, how do you feel about like intergender male versus female?
I love it honestly. I mean, I think there's definitely a space for it. I've wrestled my fair share of women as well, and I say, hey, if they provide good competition, bring them all on.
No, definitely. Like, yeah, like if we can train, I love saying this because I would never do it because I'm a baby face. But if we can train with you, that means we can equally kick your ass. Not saying I would, because
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a wrestler, but now I'm like, no, you can have it. You have that
I've been
spotlight.
in I've been in there with some tough women, I must say. So
Yeah.
y'all got it. You could definitely y'all definitely kick some ass.
I mean, I think Adina Steele, I don't know if you know who that is, but
Oh, of course.
she's kind of scary. I love her so much, but she plays no games. If it's time to
Yeah,
kick
that is a
your ass,
tough lady right there. I wrestled Riley Crow a couple of times, and she
Yes,
means business. She means
she's another one.
business.
She's another one. She kind of scares me. I love her, but she's scary because if
Oh
she's
yeah,
into that match, she's like nope, I don't want to get smacked, especially not by you.
oh yeah, she's cool, but watch those roundhouse kicks. She'll kick your head off.
No, definitely. That's what my mom was saying because I was like, I want to start training and be a wrestler. My mom's like, I'm calling it. You take one bump, you're done. I'm like, probably take not even a bump and I'll be done.
Hey, I
But
have
it's,
faith in you. You can do it.
I mean, yeah, but I think you can have that spotlight. You could be this, the top notch wrestler here. I'll just stick
Hey,
to, interviewing and stuff.
there can only be one top notch, and you're looking at them.
Exactly. And that's gonna be you forever. Not gonna steal that away from you.
Oh yeah.
So do you have like a specific warm up you do before you come out the curtain?
I mean, I kind of do like a little broken down version of the warm ups that um, my trainer had taught me for so long. So just like some free squats and push ups, a couple of crunches. Uh-oh, you froze. All right, you're back.
Yeah. I saw the little loading thing, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
you're good. You're good. You're good. Um, did you hear what I said or no?
No.
Oh, no. So I was just saying, I do like a bit of like a broken down version of like some of the workouts that my trainer had us go through when we were first training. So I just do like free squats, push ups, some crunches, things like that, just to kind of warm up.
All right, all right. Oh, not bad, not bad.
Obviously, you got to stretch too. You got to make sure the limbs are limber.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, there was a time that I had a wrestler on here. His name is Buddy Thomas. He's
Mm.
all right. I'm not gonna give him that, but he's all right. And he talks to a mirror before he comes through the curtain because he's
Hey, do
hot
what you got to
stuff.
do.
Like
There you go.
that's like a Disney movie kind of thing. I talk to a mirror before I leave the house. Like what? I mean, I give
Hey,
it to him.
he's hyping himself up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess
Hey,
it's cool.
I'm not gonna judge.
I will. Only for Buddy Thomas, guys. If you don't know who Buddy Thomas is a heel. And I love heels, but he is one I cannot stand. And I will smack that man anytime I see him, be like, so I'm hoping he's working for that new company because
See,
if
but
I
again, it goes back to he may be a heel to you, but his
oh no,
intentions may be good. You never know.
no, 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 no,
He may
no,
be
no, no, no.
he
Everyone
may be a bad guy to you, but he's a good guy to somebody else.
I think he's a good guy to himself. Everyone could probably vouch for me, be like, yeah, he came on here on my birthday. I was like, okay. I met him at the show I did in the beginning of the year. And I was like,
Mm,
okay, this man's cool. I like him. Let's have him on my podcast.
yeah.
So he comes on my birthday, incomplete heel, sits here disrespecting me. I was like, yo, I'm a baby face, but for you, you got me on heel mode. And this isn't me. So after
Mm.
my podcast, my father was like, are you okay? That's not who you are. I'm like, I don't know, but that man really pissed me off. And all
Uh-oh.
joking matter. He's pretty cool, outside of it, but I don't know. He's
Hot
definitely
stuff. You don't want the wrath of Harley. Come on now.
no, exactly. You don't want the smoke from Buddy Thomas. You want the smoke from me. But
Yeah.
nobody gets the smoke from me because I'm a baby face. I'm majority of the time happy. But if you have
Okay.
me speaking to Buddy Thomas, I'm telling you, you're gonna make big bucks off of that.
He gets the angry side, huh?
100%. That's why I really hope in the new year I get to interview him again because that's gonna be the best thing. That's gonna be 2024 right there. Harley beats up Buddy Thomas.
I'll be watching.
So if you could wrestle anywhere in the world, where would you wrestle?
Great question. I've always wanted to wrestle in Japan. Japan is like the spot for me.
All right.
Specifically New Japan, but anywhere in Japan. I'll go to DDT. I'll go anywhere.
All right, I see you. So if you got like the opportunity of AEW and WWE, which one do
Mhm.
you think you would pick?
Oof, another hard question because WWE has always been the goal, but AEW is doing such great things right now that I would love to be a part of their company. But I would have to say WWE just because since, 3 or 4, that was what I was watching as a kid. And that was like, I was like, I'm going to be in that ring on that stage. So definitely WWE.
I mean, I think WWE overall is everyone's main goal, but AEW is pretty cool too because me personally, like I said, I only watch really the indies,
Hmm.
but AEW is more like free with like wrestlers. So like if you're on AEW, you can still wrestle in the indies. While
Yeah.
like on WWE, you're like can't really do
Which
nothing.
that is the good thing about AEW is they give, a little bit more freedom when it comes to the schedule and stuff. So that is cool.
No, yeah, definitely. So now, out of all the places you have wrestled, if you could pick one spot that you could wrestle like whenever you want to go back, what place would that be?
Hmm. You put me on the hot seat here. I'm gonna have people like, "Hey, why didn't you mention
Doesn't
me?"
have to it doesn't have to be like the company, but it could be the area.
Oh, wait, say that last part one more time. I almost
I
lost you.
said no, I said it doesn't have to be like the company. It could be like the area.
Okay. Troop PA, and you are. Oh no. Hey, we're back. Oh, you're muted.
All right. Can you hear me? I don't know what was just happening there, guys, but you're witnessing this.
Hey, it's good. We do it live.
Yes, I that's my favorite thing about doing it live is because you get to see the real. Like a lot of times people just mess it up and fake it out. I'm like, no, I'm the realist it gets.
Hmm.
But go okay, sorry for taking a spotlight off of you.
That's the way to do it. Um,
Oh,
but yeah, I said Troop PA, and you know who you are.
yeah. We don't we know. I know. It's so funny because
You know.
Uncle I know. I think I know. Uncle Masty is always up my butt about going to
Uh-huh.
shows. And I'm like, I'm getting there. I promise you I'll be there. And then I never go because, working 2 jobs at 16 is kind of crazy, but it's okay. So,
Yeah, I know the hustle. I know the
but
hustle. Believe me.
it's all right. I'm not trying to bluff, but, I'm graduating a year early too. So once I graduate,
Congratulations.
gonna be going to all these shows, so you'll get to
Okay.
see me.
Nice. Nice.
All right. So if it when the time came, you're still young in the business, but if when the time came, do you think it's gonna be like an age thing, a mindset thing, or an injury thing that causes you to retire?
Hmm. Age, definitely.
Okay.
Um, I plan on doing this for a very long time, especially even after I get signed, which is of course the goal. I want to
Yeah.
get signed, and even after my time, whether it's WWE, AEW, Impact, wherever I land, um, I want to open a school and be able to reach the next generation of wrestlers. So I definitely have plans to stay in the business for a long time. If I can't compete in the ring, I want to do something outside the ring.
Okay. So like if when the time came in the future, this could go one of two ways. If the time came in the future and you had a child and they were like,
Hmm.
"Dad, I want to do exactly what you're doing," what would you
Hmm.
tell them?
I would say go for it. Honestly, I wouldn't like deter them from it or anything. I would let them know that it's a very hard business to get into and that you have to be dedicated and really put your all into it, 110%, honestly 150%. Um, there's really not a lot of time off that you'll get once you're like really on the road and stuff like that. So I let them know that they have to prepare for stuff like that. So I would I'd tell them, the realities of it, but I'd let them know the pros and the cons and kind of let them make their decision from there. But I definitely wouldn't shy them away from it.
No, absolutely. And I agree. Like I said, when I was 6, I was like, yes, I'm going to be a wrestler. I'm going to be just like Adina Steele, AJ Lee. And now I'm
Mhm.
like, no, everyone who knows me knows I'm a big crybaby to pain. So if I get smacked or slapped the wrong way, I'm going to be crying. And
Uh-oh.
they're going to be making money, but I'm going to be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore.
Hmm.
But
Yeah,
I mean, if they have that aspiration, go for it. Do whatever you want to do. I support you.
that's that's exactly my mindset behind it.
Exactly. So, do you have merch? And if so, where can people purchase it at?
Right now, I currently only have 8x10s. I'm working on my merch. I actually just opened up. I know, right? I roll. I actually just opened up a pro wrestling tee store, so I'm gonna be, having some t-shirt designs up there very soon.
Yes,
So pro wrestling
very
tees,
soon.
yes, very very soon. Pro wrestling tees.com/. Dyson Bennett is my store. So
I guess we'll see. I mean, a lot of times wrestlers are like, "Yeah, I'm going to be putting new merch out," and then we never get it.
I know we never get it right, but
I'll
nah,
keep tabs. Like, okay, 1 day, 2 day, okay, in a month. It's okay.
oh no,
Maybe he.
it's coming. It's coming. You can always get an 8x10 when you come to a show or when you see me live. So,
I guess we'll
but
see.
more merch is coming though. More top notch merch.
Okay. So now,
Hey,
what are some upcoming
hey,
shows?
don't give me that Don't give me that You like, yeah, okay. All right, it's coming.
I believe you. I believe you. I'm just
Hey,
saying. I believe you.
you were
So,
saying though?
if people want to see you like in person in the new year, where can they find you at show wise?
Right now I am booked for Smashmaster on Stone Cold's Day, 316. So
Well,
it's a little ways away, but I'm still looking to fill up my schedule right now because been
all right.
taking some holiday time. I'm top notch. I've had a top notch
Absolutely.
year, so I gotta kick back and enjoy my time.
No, absolutely. I totally agree. Who knows? Maybe I'll get you on the new era pro wrestling show because why not?
Oh, for sure.
I
Top
mean, if
notch is
I like
going to
you
be
enough.
everywhere, huh?
I said, I mean, if I like you enough. No, I'm just kidding. See,
Okay.
now that's the heel. I should have never said that. I take that back. I take that
Yeah.
back.
See, you don't want the angry Dyson Bennett.
Maybe I do. No, I'm just kidding. So if
But
people want to now find you on social media, where can they find you at?
you can find me on Instagram at Dyson Bennett, Twitter at Dyson_Bennett, TikTok at Dyson Bennett, and YouTube at Dyson Bennett.
All
So I'm
right.
I'm all over. You can find
He's
me
all
everywhere.
exactly. So guys, now if you didn't catch any of what he said, I'm just kidding. But his Instagram is linked down below. So you can click his little Instagram, go give him a follow. But I want to thank you so much for being my last guest of 2023.
Thank you
And
for having me.
who knows, might have you back on in 2024, but I appreciate it. And guys, I appreciate all of you, all the support. And like I said, 2024 is you're gonna see a whole new Harley. She's gonna be upgraded because for Christmas I'm gonna give it to my dad. I'm gonna give him a shout out. We got a whole new like deck, so we got like sounds and like background music. So excited for that. So guys, I think our first episode is January 3rd. So make sure you're following on Instagram because I'm more active on there than Facebook. So thank you all so much for the great year. Thank you, Dyson, for being my last guest. And
Thank you for
until
having me.
next